Ted Ed should rename their video History vs. Columbus as Propaganda vs. Columbus, since the information on their video is false. Indeed, Columbus convinced the king and queen of Spain to send him on a mission to find a better trade route, but not to India, but to the Indies, which was another name at the time for East Asia. And yes, people mocked Columbus, believing in a number of myths, including that it was impossible to reach the other side, or that it would take many years to do so. Others believed there was not inhabited land, while others believed if he was to reach the Indies, he could not return because going west meant he would have to go downhill out of the hemisphere, and he would have to return uphill, which is something ships could not do. Though most people believed the earth was round, the shape of the planet was not yet settled. 16th century historian López de Gómara wrote that many people thought the earth was round, but in the shape of an egg, pineapple, or pear. They also believed the earth was the center of the universe. Contrary to what Ted Ed claims, Columbus did not torture and mutilate natives for not bringing him enough gold, and he did not sell children into sexual slavery. Columbus wasn't brutal with the colonists either, nor was he removed from office for that reason. Columbus was not bad by modern or old standards. In fact, the missionary Bartolomé de las Casas described Columbus as a hero, and he said Columbus was a good Christian. Las Casas also defended Columbus's honor from those who wanted to discredit his discoveries. Columbus did not bring slavery and imperialism, since slavery was universal, and indigenous groups like the Aztecs, Incas, and Mayas were imperialistic. Columbus did not cause the suffering of today's indigenous peoples either. Poverty and discrimination existed everywhere before Columbus, during Columbus's lifetime, and after Columbus was dead. Ted Ed falsely claims indigenous tribal warfare was sporadic and limited, and that certainly did not wipe out 90% of the population. Actually, the Caribs, who were the enemies of the Taínos, wiped out 100% of the natives of some islands in the Caribbean, and indigenous people like the Aztecs sacrificed thousands of their own people, including women, children, babies, elderly, and other innocent human beings, to their god. Though some Hispanic countries celebrate El Dia de la Raza, the Hispanic race came as a result of Columbus bringing two worlds together. In other words, no Columbus, no Raza, or Hispanic race. In the USA, Columbus Day is being renamed as Indigenous Peoples Day due to anti-Columbus propaganda, even though there are already several Indigenous Peoples holidays dates on the calendar. First, in August, known as International Day of the World's Indigenous Peoples. Second, in November, observed the Friday after Thanksgiving, known as Native American Heritage Day. In addition, all of November is known as Native American Heritage Month. If Columbus Day represents slavery, conquest, and genocide, then by the same logic, Indigenous Peoples Day represents the same, since they were doing the same, with the addition of cannibalism and human sacrifice. If Columbus is a villain today, it is not because of our historical knowledge expanded, as Ted Ed claims, but because people are lying and repeating lies about him. Finally, Ted Ed stated that traditions and holidays are important to all cultures, but that is not true, since they want to replace a tradition and a holiday by discriminating against the Italian American community who lobbied for the holiday.